Friends and colleagues, what are you passionate about? Passionate.
The Passion Show on CFRU 93.3 FM Guelph, Ontario. With Wizard.
I'm a water wizard, Harry.
Hello world, you are listening to The Passion Show with Wizard on CFRU 93.3 FM. It's a do-it-together radio show all about passions and the people who have them. My name is Wizard.
And I'm Zach.
Zach.
Yeah.
Zach Bergraff.
That's me.
Here you are. World famous guy. Big time nerd, climber, employee of GOS. What else can you say for yourself?
Outdoor enthusiast.
Outdoor enthusiast. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Lover of nature.
Lover of nature.
Lover of life.
Lover of life. That's a beautiful list.
Yes.
If I say so. What brings you here today, Zach? Who are you? What's your deal, man?
My deal. I like to... I don't know.
What do you do?
I work at GOS.
You work at GOS?
Yeah. I like working with kids, especially outdoors. It's
Me too.
The best thing.
I agree. Why do you like it?
I love the spirit that it has. The vibe is so much better than
than indoor school.
Other education, yeah.
Do you have experience doing other education stuff?
I do. I started with.
I don't know much about your backstory.
No.
So I'm asking from a real place of curiosity here.
I started with working at YMCA, kind of testing the waters as a summer camp counselor, and it was horrible. And then.
Why is that?
You're locked in a
room,
30-foot room by 40-foot room with 40 kids.
That's
all
crazy.
Indoors. It was horrible.
So that wasn't for you.
No. And then the outdoor school came into my life.
Like a dream. How did that happen?
It happened.
You were a co-op, right?
Yeah, I was a co-op student. I went to Conestoga College for being an educational assistant. Graduated from Conestoga with that degree, and through that I had a placement at GOS, which I chose number one on my list of 3 to work at.
Happy to know it.
Yep. And I'm really grateful for the timing that I got the placement, because we did 2 placements, year 1 and year 2 placements. The year 1 placement was only like 1 month long, and I put GOS as number 1 on my list, and my teachers didn't give it to me, and I was really disappointed. But then the second year placement was a whole year long, and I put GOS as number 1 again, and I got it. So I got to be here for so much longer, get to know the wonderful people and the kids and the way it runs. And
were you there every day of the week or just Tuesdays?
It was 2 days of the week. I was with tending the wild and foxes.
You were. That's so funny. Who is your foxing? You're tending the wild. Was at least briefly me and Arlene and Byron.
Yep. That's how I remember it. And then my foxes was Corbin, Matt Hamilton, and I.
That is such a crew.
Yeah.
That is so jokes.
Super fun.
A couple past and future guests in that list.
Byron,
past guest. Ideally, Corbin, future guest.
Future guest, absolutely.
Would love that. So there you are, 2 days a week. Are they paying you, or you're paying for this experience?
I'm paying for the experience.
You are paying to work for us.
Yes.
Booyah. We should do that more. No, I'm just that's so funny.
It was a wonderful experience, and I'm glad it led.
And now you have a degree.
To a job, and a degree that I'm planning on using more. I've done some sub jobs in schools, which have been great experiences so far, and I'm excited to continue it next year. After Guelph Outdoor School Summer Camp, I have a position, like casual supply position, which is a foothold into the world. So I'm excited for that.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. It's going to be go do your real job and get paid like a bazillion times more than we do.
Big boy money.
That's pretty good. I can see the appeal. I'm just gonna continue making less money. But hey, I don't have a degree. Or at least I don't have a degree in education. And could I get one? Maybe. Am I going to do that? No. So, congratulations on having a degree.
Thank you.
How did you get... Isn't Conestoga, like, not in Guelph?
No, it's not. It's only 20 minutes away, though.
Where?
Kitchener, Waterloo.
Oh, that's
area.
right.
Yeah,
I think
Kitchener.
I knew that. Okay, so that wasn't a super commute or anything.
No, it wasn't terrible.
There are people who get co-ops with us and placements who are from, like, Ottawa.
That's
Ottawa. That blows my mind.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I did college kind of during the aftermath of COVID years, so the classes were still hybrid.
There you go.
So I only had to go in person twice.
That's crazy. I would
simply
simply fail. I would fail.
It was harder.
I would get an F and fail.
Yeah.
In fact, I tried to do in grade 12, I tried to do physics online. In grade 11, I got like a 98 in physics. And in grade 12, I just crashed out and got like a 48 and dropped out halfway through. And it was embarrassing.
Wow.
Only exclusively because it was online. I just couldn't motivate myself online.
Yeah,
I need to have my butt in a seat.
Yep, I agree. Was it like self-directed online for your physics?
Yep.
Yeah,
heinous.
At least
literally heinous.
Yeah. At least the college online, it was still like in a classroom with a teacher live, which was better. But
that would help.
I tried an online course that was self-directed in high school as well, and I just like 1 week in, and I just gave up.
Yeah, I could not believe that people did that. I remember being like, "This is whack."
Yeah, not that kind of person.
But here you are at Guelph Outdoor School, living the dream, living in Guelph, going to the grotto.
Been some of the best parts of my life so far, which is great. Yippee!
I'm very happy to hear that. I'm always happy when people have great parts of their life.
That's good.
As someone, I'm currently having a pretty great part of my life.
Awesome.
I think these are the good times right now.
Yeah.
And it's we make it these times what we make it these times. Obviously, in the world.
Did you start your podcast in 2023 or 2024?
What podcast?
Oh, this radio.
Oh, wait
show.
a second. Oh, you mean my radio
show? Sorry.
It's okay. I started this radio show in August of last year in 2024.
Okay.
I recorded a pilot with our mutual friend Mark Spagnuolo.
The music.
The music guy. That's right. And that episode is called "Music is the Answer" with Chicho. That's his stage name.
Okay.
And homie name, Zio Chicho. And then a few weeks later, I think they like picked me up. Yeah, I recorded that at towards the end of July. And then about a month passed. And then I was in the studio again because I have a friend. Do you remember Indigo?
Yes.
Indigo's older sister, Sequoia, had me on her. She had a 5-week limited series right over there in the other room.
Okay.
Where she was doing a show called... I don't know why I'm saying all this. Probably because it's fun and we have a whole hour to talk.
We do a whole hour to talk.
She was doing a 5-episode limited series called Plato's Rave, where the pitch was that... You know the allegory of the cave, Plato's The Cave?
No, I don't. Enlighten me.
Okay. In the cave, the idea is that there are... imagine you are sitting in a cave. You and the homies are all sitting in a cave. You're tied up, and your feet are tied. And all you can do is sit and watch shadows on the wall in front of you. A shadow play. And then, the idea is that you think that's your whole world.
Yeah.
And how would you react if you were to escape the cave? So, yada yada. But it's Plato's Rave because she was also playing dance music.
Okay.
And it would play dance music, then go back to us talking, and then dance us, and she'd have guests on. And I found out I barely knew the woman. I had met her a couple of times, but I knew about this show, and I was like, get me on this show! Yeah. And so I got on the show, and it was super fun. I would love, man, I think Sequoia's coming back. Okay. I think she's finishing up her school or whatever.
And so that was
one
your
of those
introduction
students
to radio
and
show.
So I'm sitting over there, and then the programming, the absolutely what's the word I'm looking for? It's like inimicable, you know what? Like the unimpeachable, inimicable.
Inimicable.
You know what I'm getting at?
No.
It means like cannot be mimicked.
Okay.
Anyway, the wholly unique, original, wonderful man, Chris Programmer. If you're listening to this, Chris, it's not Chris Green. Chris Green is the outdoor school. Chris Programmer is here at CFRU.
Okay.
I call him that because his name is Chris and he did programs here. Yeah. And he comes in and he says he's listening to it. It's great. He said, Wizard, I listened to your pilot. You have a show. It's yours.
Whoa.
I was like, yippee, yippee. It was like the best night ever.
That's cool.
And so I believe then I recorded the official episode 1.
Did you always know you were going to do Passion Show?
Yeah. The very first episode had a pretty similar format to the new episodes. I think the only different, I don't think Mark and I did gratitudes at the end of that one. We might have, because now at the end of the show, you and I are going to say we're grateful for it, just like an outdoor school. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, I love it.
But yeah, from the very start, it was the same format of like talking for the first 10 or 15 minutes, which is what we're currently doing. And then asking, then I asked the guest, what are you passionate about? And then we continue talking for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
And that's I think I always knew that was going to be the format. I forget. I wish I remember how I came up with the idea. It was probably on a long drive. I tend to come up with ideas for stuff on long drives.
It's always the best time to think.
Yeah, exactly.
Be in your head.
Uh-huh.
It's good.
It is good. And you know what?
What?
Everyone's asking me something. My phone is blowing up right now.
Oh, yeah.
People are hitting me. They're saying, Wizard, when are you going to ask him? When are you going to ask him?
What's going to be?
I have to ask him that question, that burning hot question that's on all our minds, the question that we're supposed to ask Zach Burgraff. Almost Zach Graff, but not quite. Zach Burgraff. Ask him the question. Zach, what are you passionate about?
I am passionate about...
Drumroll, please.
Lord of the Rings.
What?
I
didn't know you were a nerd.
Big nerd alert.
Big nerd alert. Big nerd alert.
Yes. I have always loved Lord of the Rings. My mom actually introduced me to it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She read the books and...
Mom nerd alert.
That's
great. I wish my mom was a nerd. I love my mom exactly the way she is.
Shout out to my nerd mother.
But it'd be kind of cool to have a nerd for a mom.
Yeah, she loves Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit just as much as I do, and is the one that introduced it to me.
That's amazing.
I remember when the Hobbit movies were coming out, and I was just so excited to go in theaters to go see it with my mom as they were coming out, and it was amazing.
That's so sweet. I wonder, I'll keep my eyes peeled if they ever re-release the OG trilogy in theaters.
Yeah.
Probably get a good crew together. Davey would be into that.
I've been enjoying the re-releases of things in theaters. I've seen one. I forget what it was.
Yeah, I love going and seeing old movies in theaters. It's one of my
I actually saw the Lord of the Rings movies re-released in theaters.
Really?
And they were 4D, so they had the wind and the rain and the smells stuff. It was.
And every movie is 4D if you use a little imagination.
I didn't have to imagine. They shot water all over me.
They said, "Say less."
Yeah.
No imagination required. We brought jets.
Yeah. Okay. There was such an epic part in the 4D movie.
The Battle of Helm's Deep, they're spraying blood all over you.
Battles of Helm's Deep.
You are covered in orc blood in the theater.
That was a really wet scene. And I was too. But there was such an epic moment in when Gandalf is fighting the Balrog, and he's falling down the pit with it, and he's stabbing it, and they're fighting, and then the theater's blowing wind at you and you're watching this massive screen falling. It was the most immersive theater experience
that sounds
I've
great.
had. Honestly,
I do love stuff like that. It's a gimmick, but it's a fun and kind of awesome gimmick.
Yeah.
I've only seen one movie in 4D.
Yeah.
For the listeners at home, for all my dear listeners, I just made air quotes. But because everyone knows that the fourth dimension is love. But Oh, also, if you were wondering, the listeners sit in those chairs over there.
Oh, okay.
So if you ever need to indicate towards the listeners of the show, that's where they are. They also happen to be driving a car at 9 p.m. on a Friday.
Okay.
But my only 4D theater experience was seeing The Batman, starring the inimicable Robert Pattinson, phenomenal actor. But it was great. It was rocking me all around when there was a Batmobile chase. That my whole chair basically flipped upside down. I puked. I cried. It was crazy.
Yeah. The seats moving during that Gandalf fight too is also what made it so awesome. I kind of forgot that happened, but
the chair actually got up and kicked me in the teeth at one point. A great experience. That's inimicable experience.
5D experience.
Exactly.
Physical harm.
This is a pretty harebrained episode already. So I would just like to lean into the harebrainedness of it and do a little bit of intertextuality. Can you allow me that?
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you giving me space to be kind of strange on this show.
We can do it.
I just want to give an update on the previous episode. If any of you people are listening in chronological order or ideally are tuning in every week, excited to hear updates about the Passion world. In the previous episode, I made a claim that there's a study done on colors to find the ugliest color in the world.
It's yellow.
It's not. You're quick. That's so good. First of all, how dare you? It is not yellow, you madman.
All right.
It is Pantone 442, otherwise known as dark green. I made a claim that the study that found out that people consider that to be the ugliest color was performed in Australia, and I didn't know how I remembered that. It's just my beautiful brain. But then I said, no fake news on the Passion Show, which is a running theme on the show. I typically don't allow fake news.
Yeah.
And then I started Googling it, but then I got distracted by Senior Banana being a funny guy. And I never clarified that. So I'd like to come back, apologize.
Yes.
Here I am, tail between my legs, dear listeners. But I will just I will submit the fact that it actually is true. It was not fake news. If it was fake news, I'd feel so bad right now. I'd go edit the episode. But I did look it up. And the study was done by an Australian cigarette company. It wasn't done by oh no. Am I actually wrong? I might be wrong.
Fake news alert?
Who did the study? I have to figure out who did the study. According to experts. What experts? I'm reading an article right now. See, this is just another exciting bit of Passion Show fun as you all had to listen to me read an article.
It's a mini segment.
Better than just read a scan. Researchers at GFK Blue Moon came to this conclusion after being commissioned by the Australian government. I hope that the company that Australia commissioned was an Australian company. Let's find out. If you look up GFK Blue Moon, they would appear to be Australian. I'll need to do a little more. When you look up this company, you only get references to articles about the world's ugliest color. Isn't that interesting?
That is. I want to see what this color looks like.
Oh, here we go. Why won't anyone tell me where this company is located? Do they not have a website? Man, this is just another exciting... Wow, I feel so bad for my loyal listeners right now. Does this company even exist? Is this real? Is this whole thing a lie? Blue Moon Group. GFK in 2008 was acquired by Blue Moon Group with offices in Sydney and Melbourne.
So it is Australian. Yay!
I didn't say fake news on my show. I'm a good journalist.
Congratulations.
And heavy quotes. So anyway, how about The Lord of the Rings?
Yes. Hard transition back into it.
Who wrote that? Who wrote that book?
A man named J.R.R. Tolkien.
J.R.R.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yes.
What was his deal?
He was a writer and a poet. I think also a poet.
Yeah, that
But
stands.
I don't know.
You know who else is a poet?
Yeah, who?
Everyone who ever comes on the Passion Show.
Oh, nice.
You included.
Nice. Add that to my intro.
Your
Also poet.
esteemed list of yeah, it's in everyone's intro. It's just silent.
Yeah.
It's just assumed. Anyway,
All
so
right.
he was a writer and poet. He wrote Lord of the Rings.
Yes, he fought in World War One.
Sheesh.
At the Battle of the Somme.
On
Right.
whose side?
British.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Not that I know
Imagine.
much about the politics of World
Lord
War
of the
I.
Rings has hidden Axis power messaging.
Yikers. No
he-
shot, though. That's an
Mhm.
allied boy.
And I think one of the reasons I like the Lord of the Rings series so much is the person who wrote it went through so much like pain, and all of his friends died in the battle at the Somme too,
Woof.
and he got removed from
I wouldn't like
a
that.
previous battle because he had like trench fever, and more of his friends died in a battle he was supposed to go to, and he obviously went through a lot of like emotion and stuff. And I think the main reason why I love Lord of the Rings is because I feel like you can feel that emotion through the books and the movies. This person, J.R.R. Tolkien, he wrote a story that is emotional and strong and full of love and care for friends, companions in the natural world, which I know he spent a lot of time.
He shares that with us.
Yes.
That's beautiful. I
he would have loved GOS.
That's great.
But yeah, I think reading Lord of the Rings, watching Lord of the Rings, I felt really connected to its strength through emotion, where characters, especially men, are emotionally vulnerable and cry and love each other openly. And I just think that's
the first one is
beautiful
about
thing.
like a fellowship of the ring, right?
yeah.
It's a bunch of brothers. Like, I don't know basically anything about Lord of the Rings.
Have you
but-
seen the movies?
Nope.
Okay.
Which a lot of people are surprised by. I'll watch them one
That's a
day.
little surprising. You'll get to it
Yeah, exactly.
whenever you feel the need.
When the time is right.
Yes. It's
But
a good sit down.
You're honestly doing a good job on selling me on it, because I've never heard it described with this angle.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I feel like this is a unique angle. This is a unique Zach angle.
Well, there you go. Keep going.
Yes, there's just something about seeing empowerment through love and not through holding in your emotions and expressing it with your fellowship and the people around you. And I think that's an important thing to do in our real lives too.
I love having a fellowship.
Yes.
A council. Show it to the council. That actually reminds me of something interesting. Do you know how J.R.R. Tolkien felt about Dune? Take a wild guess. If we're talking about like power via emotionality in men. He hated it.
Yeah.
I think he famously hated it.
I've never heard of his relationship with Dune.
There's
so
only like one letter, I think, that he wrote about Dune.
he wrote like 200 and something letters, and Dune got in.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's true.
And
Yeah,
he
he
just
did not like
hated
Dune.
it, slandered it.
He was like pretty respectful about it,
Okay.
but he does not like Dune. But it kind of makes sense, because Dune is not about that.
know.
Dune is about a man being extremely isolated.
Yeah.
And then destroying the universe.
Yes. I know through his letters, he's also talked about how he despises like allegories and like people often like take a certain area in Lord of the Rings, the Dead Marshes, and say that he was writing a tribute to the Battle of the Somme, but he kind of like says that he doesn't like allegories, doesn't want to write, never would have wrote something like that, but he's happy that people find meaning in his writing that way.
That's cool. That's a bold stance to take as a writer.
These are all things that are revealed in his letters. I haven't read very many of them.
It makes sense that he would feel that way because like he takes, this is 1,000,000% just me reading in and like cultural osmosis of what I know about this guy. But it seems like he takes his world very seriously on its own terms. You know, he's like, that battle, what did you call it?
Battle of the Somme. The
battle in the Lord of the Rings.
It was a location, the Dead Marshes.
The Dead Marshes.
Yeah.
Like, he takes that seriously as its own thing. He's like, how could that be an allegory for the Battle of the Somme?
You're right, actually.
When it's, like, part of the world.
Okay.
It seems like he thinks of the world as something that exists, like, independent.
You know what's super cool?
Yeah.
That ties into what you're saying is that Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings in, like, a meta way where he wasn't the one writing it on quotation marks. He's writing it as
like a storytelling voice that isn't him.
Yeah, he's acting as a translator of the book that Bilbo and Frodo wrote in Lord of the Rings and then translating it into English for us to read. He's writing the story through this. Like, it already exists out there, and I'm translating it into English for everybody.
That's brilliant.
It's crazy. Like,
I
it's
love
so
that sort of
him.
attitude
And
is so fun to me.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just fine with this. He might as well have just found those books in the universe.
And, like, the characters' names, like Sam and Frodo, they have entirely different names. That are in original Westron like language that Tolkien quote translated for us to read, and just him viewing his creation, something that he made, viewing it as like something like real, and
he treats it more like something he discovered. It sounds like.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't know, that fascinated me.
That's brilliant. I would not be surprised if the attitude inspired artists who inspired me.
Ooh.
Because like I think about art in that exact way.
Yeah?
Like modify like a little, but more or less like, even though I'm not doing like dense world building in my art, I'm like make little movies and I make a radio show and I make websites and stuff. But I have been influenced by artists and to come to this thought over the years. I think of my art as me discovering it, like it exists in the universe and it wants to be found, and I am serving its creation by like acting as its storyteller. I'm a what's it called? An archaeologist. I discover the works, I bring them through. And it seems like he's like exactly on that wave.
You're kind of right. I've thought of like some creative ideas I've had before in the same way, where it feels like ideas just floating around in the cosmos, and I'm just like given one or
on a long drive,
like latch onto one as I'm.
You're
floating
lucky to find it.
Yeah,
grab it,
and then I can bring it into our world. Yeah,
and whenever you have a great idea and you don't make it, you might as well just.
I feel like
you're
somebody
killing
else
it.
gets
You're snapping it. Hopefully.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, it floats on to someone else.
I think it does.
That's a beautiful thought. I'm gonna hold on to that as well.
Awesome.
All the ideas that I've had but never manifested just went to someone else. Someone else manifested them. They had to live because art is alive.
Yeah.
It wants to be born. It loves existing.
Yeah.
So that's why I have to keep making the show.
This show.
If I don't make this show, it'll die.
This is art.
Well, of course it's art.
Yes.
It's a beautiful art. It's the art of the spoken word, communication. It's one of the most ancient arts that we have access to. That and cave painting, and making little idols.
Little idols.
Have you ever seen? Once again, off topic. I'm getting a little wiry. It's late, but have you ever seen the little statue called the Venus of Willendorf?
I have not.
Oh man, viewers, I hope that some of you have seen the Venus of Willendorf. It's like one of the oldest art pieces ever discovered, and it's this tiny little statue that supposedly was like a little idol or a prayer piece to like some ancient fertility god, and it's basically just this tiny little pregnant woman. Isn't that beautiful?
It's sounding familiar. I feel like
I'm going to look it up a picture for you. If you're listening to this show,
head.
do not look it up. Focus on the road. You're driving your car.
I only listen to podcasts in the car.
Yeah, it is an IM31. Exactly. I only listen to this show when I'm driving. I barely ever listen to my own show. Believe it or not, I get to experience it with my life. But sometimes I listen. Experience. Sometimes I listen and I try to think about what I believe I do wrong and improve. But let's look up Venus of Willendorf. I'm going to listen to this one with my palm in my face the whole time. I'm like, bro. No, I'm proud of every episode. Every episode of this show is what it is. You know, no one's paying me. No one's getting paid.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful the way it is. Here's the Venus of Willendorf.
Yes, I have seen that before.
What a beautiful little creature.
It is.
It makes me feel warm to know.
It's wonderful. So that's like the oldest dated.
Yeah, among them. And I think especially like in the round. Yeah, that's what I thought. 30,000 years ago. 30,000 years ago. Isn't that bonkers?
That is bonkers.
That is 20,000 years before like buildings. like that's insane. Or at least before buildings that would stick around.
Have you ever heard the like fact that we're closer, or the creation of like the pyramids was like closer?
It's closer to now.
Now or.
I know. I do know what you're getting at.
Yeah.
I want to hear you keep trying to say it though. Because I know.
Okay, let's scratch that. There was something else. It is more like historically accurate to depict a Tyrannosaurus Rex riding like a Segway than it is a Tyrannosaurus Rex with a Stegosaurus, because they're further apart than the T-Rex is to a Segway.
Whoa, that's great.
I don't know.
That is really extremely great. Oh my God. Is
that
true?
I'm also very passionate about dinosaurs.
That's awesome.
I love dinosaurs.
The thing you were thinking of is that Cleopatra was born closer to now than to the pyramids.
Yeah, I was thinking of that as well, and they kind of, both the thoughts merged. Because
Cleopatra built the pyramids, I think, is this true? Maybe. They say the pyramids, at the very least, the start of the Egyptian Empire was in 3000 BC.
So yeah,
Cleopatra was like in 50 BC.
Yeah.
And we're now.
So she didn't
that's
even
a
know
full
how the pyramids
1,000 years closer to us than to.
What if the pyramids were made by dinosaurs? Or they
on segways.
On segways. Segway dinosaurs.
Here comes a T-Rex with his little arms on the thing.
Pulling all the bricks.
And he falls off. That's great. No, the T-Rex would never fall off. T-Rex had an incredible center of balance.
That's
Have
true.
you seen those guys? Anyway, I have a question for you.
Okay.
This has been great. This show is all about tangents. You know, tangents are the show in many ways. Mm-hmm. Tangents are like an important and divine aspect of conversation. So it makes conversation human.
Yeah.
But screw that.
What's your question?
My question is, tell me everything that happens in Lord of the Rings starting from the very, very start of the universe.
Did you know I've actually...
From what you can remember.
I've been actually doing this for kids at GOS.
That's amazing.
Just one day we were just like sitting waiting for their parents to come, and it was just like two kids, and I just was like, you want to hear a story? And I just started telling them from the beginning of Lord of the Rings, just going through the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And every single day they're like, can we continue the story?
That's great.
I'm slowly verbally telling these kids the plot of Lord of the Rings.
That's hilarious. Are you starting at in Silmarillion? Or are you starting at the start of the books?
I'm starting at the Hobbit, actually.
Perfect.
Which is chronological order.
I have absorbed Lord of the Rings stuff with cultural osmosis, like I said, but I've never seen any of the films. I've never read any of the books.
Yeah.
Many of my best and closest friends in this life are ginormous Lord of the Rings super nerds.
Yeah.
But I've never seen them, never read them. Tell me the story, tell me why you care about certain parts.
Okay.
If that's what you're passionate about anyway.
It is.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So it all starts with the Hobbit, which he is Bilbo Baggins. He lives in the Shire, a beautiful magical place. The Shire is very calm, and the vibe is people that want to enjoy life, eat food, and be at peace.
They're chillers.
It's
like GOS.
They're the best creators of pipe weed in the Lord of the Rings universe.
Booyah.
So yeah,
the
these
Shire
guys
home
like
growers.
to chill.
These guys are mega vibing. They got those super long pipes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And they always blow in smoke circles.
So cool.
Yes. So the story starts with Bilbo Baggins in this Shire. I mean, this is the Hobbit. Maybe I'll give you a quick synopsis of this.
No, it's we have lots of time. We have about 25 minutes.
Okay.
More.
I could do the whole.
No, we have a little less than 25 minutes. You do the whole thing.
I'll try. Bilbo Baggins is a
spoilers for all of Lord of the
Rings.
By the way.
If you haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
Well, I think the nice thing is either everyone listening to this either has listened or knows about Lord of the Rings, which I think is the majority of people. I think I'm a real
cultural
outlier.
osmosis. You kind of
or they don't care.
Yeah.
It's really one or the other.
True.
So you got your Bilbo Baggins, you got your Shire.
He's living in the
Shire. He's smoking his pipe.
Yeah, he's young at this point.
He's a young man.
Yeah.
He's eating food, 11sies, and so on. So you know about that one.
You do. You've absorbed some things.
Yeah,
it's great.
I remember.
Gandalf, the wizard, this wise old man, a little cheeky sometimes, comes up and greets Bilbo. They don't remember each other, or Gandalf remembers Bilbo, but Bilbo doesn't remember Gandalf. And eventually, they're like, "Oh, you're Gandalf, the one who did fireworks at our old like you've done fireworks before for the Shire. That's so cool." And Gandalf invites himself in and leaves a mark on Bilbo's door, a magical sigil, and
intriguing.
Later, maybe the next night, Bilbo starts getting some knocks on the door, and he didn't plan to have any party or visitors, and one by one a bunch of dwarves start tumbling in.
Hey, yo, there are dwarves in this world too?
There are dwarves.
Awesome. So far we've met hobbits, dwarves, and a wizard.
Gandalf the wizard.
Just like me.
Yes, just like you. And Bilbo's like super frustrated, all these dwarves coming in and kind of like mucking up his perfect little Shire home, rubbing their muddy boots on his mother's old like credenza and stuff, and it's kind of making them all mad. But they're kind of just helping themselves to food, and because Bilbo's a nice takes care of his guests, he's offering them. Yes, exactly. He's bringing them in, but he's kind of sour about it. Eventually, Gandalf comes and kind of explains to Bilbo that they have a job for him. They want him to do something for them. And they're all sitting at the table. And it's this big, cheery, like, feast. Bilbo's kind of still sour about all this, but the dwarves are having a great time. Gandalf's having a great time. And then there's this knock on the door.
Ooh.
And the room falls to a hush. And Gandalf, or Bilbo, I think Bilbo, goes and lets...
You're the storyteller. You get to decide.
This
is an adaptation of Lord of the Rings.
Bilbo goes and opens the door, and there, standing in the dusk of night, is Thorin, Prince of the Dwarves, who has this ominous and kind of royal energy to him that he's like respected. He comes inside. In short, they want Bilbo to be a burglar to help them steal the prized possession of the dwarves, the Arkenstone, from the Lonely Mountain, which is where the dwarves used to live. That's the name of their home. But it was taken over by a dragon named Smaug. Smaug the Terrible. And the dwarves' goal is to take their homeland back and have Bilbo steal the Arkenstone, which is like the birthright of the dwarven people.
Cool.
Bilbo isn't having any of it, and he goes to bed.
He's like, what?
Yeah.
I had no shot.
Reads the contract and is like, incineration? No thanks. No way. But Bilbo Baggins isn't only a Baggins, he's also part Took, which is his other bloodline, which Gandalf knows.
Son of a Took.
Son of a Took.
Isn't that what they say?
That does sound familiar.
I used to know this girl who was it's like a big Lord of the Rings nerd. It must not be son of a Took. That's obviously, it sounds inappropriate. What was it? It's like Lord of the Rings Took swear. Am I going crazy right now? I'm sorry to interject.
No worries.
There are probably people who
I would
are
love
like,
to start calling kids son of a Took if this is a
that's
thing.
probably a bad idea, man. Bother. There are probably like a million listeners at home who are just like hollering at the.
I feel like
speaker right
I
now.
am
They're
in
saying,
your head, in my head, but I can't piece it. I think like the only thing I can think of is like Pippin or Merry when Gandalf gets like mad at them and is, I don't know.
Who cares? Okay, so he's also Took. He's not just a Baggins.
He's not just a Baggins.
I have no idea what that even entails.
Don't worry, it's fine. You don't need to know. But anyway, I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
Gandalf knows that there's this Took bloodline that runs through Bilbo Baggins, and the Took hobbits. They have this weird quirk about them where they're a little bit adventurous, kind of upset the Shire peaceful living. Something about the Tooks, just they have this drive for an adventure in them, and Gandalf thinks that Bilbo might have that in him still, and that's why he was chosen to do this job. The dwarves leave the next morning. Bilbo wakes up. His house is completely tidied. All the dishes are done, and the dwarves just look like they were never there. But Bilbo kind of thinks it was a dream, but then sees the contract on his mantelpiece. And his Took side of him gets the better of him, and he signs the contract and runs after the party, trying to catch up to them.
Oh, that's adorable.
Some shenanigans and stuff with cave trolls and...
Wait, what? Okay.
Cave trolls and orcs chasing them down. I feel like I want to get to Lord of the Rings, so I'm kind of speed through the
Yeah,
Hobbit
we can do that.
bit.
We can do that.
So
time is dwindling.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
There's cave trolls that's like their first like fight, this battle. And then they get hunted by orcs who are riding these massive wolves called wargs. Wargs.
I've never heard of wargs.
Ooh, wargs are so cool.
Cool.
Yes, orcs.
I like the sound of wargs a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
They're neat.
So they're getting chased around. They're getting into shenanigans.
Yep. They're on their way to the Lonely Mountain, and they stop at Rivendell, which is the house of the Elrond, where the elves live. And I forgot to mention, but Thorin has a old map of the Lonely Mountain that has runes on it that he cannot decipher. And Gandalf has a key that Thorin's father gave to Gandalf for safekeeping. It's a key to a secret passage that gets them into the Lonely Mountain, because the Lonely Mountain is all dragoned up. They
mad
smashed.
dragons there. Smaug is doing some more crazy stuff.
He renovated the place bad. So they go to the elves, and the dwarves and elves don't like each other, right? They don't like each other in this universe. Eventually, Thorin swallows his pride, lets Elrond take a look at the map. Elrond sees that these runes are moon runes, and they can only be read on the night of the moon that they were written. And it just so happened to be that very night while on their stay there. They read it.
Do you remember what the moon was?
What the runes were?
No, the moon.
Oh,
Was it like a pink moon?
No, it was. Was it a blue moon?
2 nights ago.
Might
have been a blue moon. That'd be rare. That'd be kind of cool.
I just know that the runes glowed blue, and I feel like that's maybe
probably blue moon. Then.
Probably blue moon.
So they read the runes.
Yeah, they read the runes. It tells of a hidden passage and this riddle of where to find it on the Lonely Mountain. I forget what it is, but something about a thrush knocking at the end of Durin's day's light or whatever, which is the dwarves' like Christmas, basically.
Dwarf Christmas. That's cute.
Christmas. Yeah. They go on their way. They take off through the mountains, trekking towards the Lonely Mountain. They take a nap in some caves on the side of these mountains as they're just trekking through these like valleys and cliffs and mountains, and they go to sleep in this cave. And it happens that was a cave where goblins like to.
They're goblins too.
There's also goblins.
Okay.
They trap these dwarves. The goblins have this like passage door that like just opens up underneath them, and all the dwarves fall into this like massive subterranean like dwarf or goblin like world with like rope bridges. And I don't remember how it is in the book, but I'm visualizing the movie because I've seen it more than I've read The Hobbit. And they're trapped. All the dwarves are taken. They're presented to the Goblin King. Gandalf manages to escape before he falls in the trapdoor. Bilbo didn't, because of his size, he's shorter than the dwarves, kind of was like tucking down under all the commotion and gets unnoticed. And he falls into the valley or the deep gorge of the mountain after he gets into a little scramble with a goblin that did notice him when he was trying to track down the dwarves and where they went. He falls down there, and this is where he meets this creature called Gollum. I'm sure you've heard of that. Living deep in the...
Gollum. It's a creepy little guy.
It's a creepy little creature. Whenever you tell me creature stories, I think...
Whenever the creature comes
up... I kind of just fill it with Gollum.
I do tell a lot of creature stories.
You do.
It's funny that you say that. Without context, the listeners probably like, what?
Yeah.
Creature stories?
Because of you, I have a kid that permanently calls me creature.
Perfect.
It's great. I do
because of that
love
time
it.
You portrayed the creature in my creature story.
Yeah.
You did a great job. You did like a standout job portraying the creature.
Thank you. It was tough.
It is tough, but you and past and future guest Rachel Hindle are my favorite creature portrayers. She did it crazy. Nice. She does an amazing creature.
Nice. Maybe this summer camp I can do creature again.
Almost definitely.
Yes.
Okay. So he meets this creepy little creature.
This creepy little creature who is living in the very bottom of this subterranean mountain. And Bilbo ends up finding a golden ring on the ground in this subterranean mountain and picks it up and like puts it in his little pocket, and eventually kind of gets hunted down by Gollum. And Gollum was the one who was in possession of the ring and just happened to drop it before Bilbo came down. Because the ring has a mind of its own.
That's an interesting coincidence. The ring wanted to be
The ring wants to be found, yes. And this is where the Silmarillion would kind of get into it, where maybe, I can't get the name right, but like Iluvatar or something, he was kind of pulling strings. He's kind of like this like like spiritual god in like the Lord of the Rings universe. He's kind of pulling strings to get Bilbo to be the one to find it. It gets deep. I would love to get into it more, which I haven't done yet. But anyway,
Silmarillion is like a book of...
It's like the Bible.
Yeah.
But for Lord of the Rings nerds.
Cool.
Yeah.
So he's being tracked down by the creature.
Yeah. The creature Gollum. I think he is described as the creature sometimes.
We only have like 6 minutes, eh? It's not crazy.
That is crazy. I feel like I could do the whole
story. So much time on
but
the
it would take
Hobbit. It's
another
gonna be
hour.
like, and then Lord of the Rings happens to the end.
Anyway, maybe I'll just quicken it up. Bilbo ends up stealing the ring from Gollum. They get out of the caves. They get to the mountain. Bilbo uses his ring, which gives him the power of invisibility, to get inside the mountain and try and find the Arkenstone. There's a lot of turmoil between the friendships in the party. Thorin despises Bilbo for a bit, thinks he's useless and was a waste of time. And there's a lot of like emotional impact with the relationship between Bilbo and Thorin. And eventually the dwarves and Bilbo, they get into the mountain and they disturb the dragon's slumber, and Smaug wakes and
Smaug.
I think it's
Smaug.
Yeah. And he tries to battle the dwarves, but inevitably leaves the mountain and burns this city of Bree, lake town, to the ground or the water. It's a city floating on the water.
Cool.
And eventually there's this one guy in Lake Town who's this descendant of like a hero of old and takes down the dragon.
Nice.
Which word spreads quickly amongst Middle Earth that the Lonely Mountain, which used to be the richest dwarf like stronghold in all of the world, is now unprotected. And all of these armies from like 5 different nations converge on the mountain and they're fighting for the riches inside. Eventually that has a resolution. Bilbo goes home with his prize, his ring, and keeps it for quite a while. And this is when he adopts his I think it's his nephew Frodo. And Lord of the Rings starts there.
Nice. Why does Frodo need to be adopted? Are his parents dead?
His parents are dead.
Damn, how'd that happen?
I think it was a boat.
Killed by a boat.
I think
boat stabbing.
I think they drown. In the
a
ship,
boat drowning.
like ship crash or something. Or maybe I'm thinking of, I don't know, Frozen.
It'd be like we might have to put it on a cliffhanger there.
Yeah,
we only have like 3 more minutes in this episode.
Oh, that's it. Go watch Lord of the Rings.
That's hilarious. The story of the Hobbit on this show. What a bizarre episode.
Yeah.
But no, that's great. I love when storytelling comes up. I was just telling Banana that there have been episodes where we kind of just tell stories.
Yeah.
There's one I had a kid from the Herons on here. From the Herons from years ago.
Nigel?
Not Nigel.
Okay.
Nigel has been on the show.
Yeah.
But we had a kid named Kearney, who's not a kid anymore. He's like 19. But him and I just told stories. Like we actually just made up outdoor school type stories.
Nice.
And
That's
Nigel
cool.
came on, and him and I did one-word stories. And yeah, stories is a thing that happens on here.
Yeah.
And that was great. I really enjoyed that.
You should check out Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit when you feel drawn to it.
Yeah, when it is time.
Yeah.
I do have like a television now. For the first time in my adult life, I own a television.
That's great.
So I could hypothetically, when I say hypothetically, I mean very much definitely could put Lord of the Rings on there.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great.
But
Thank you so much for sharing your passion with me.
Did you know
Did I know?
that Viggo Mortensen, the actor for Aragorn,
Yes, I know him.
Yes.
I don't know him personally,
did
but
you
I'm
know
certainly aware of
he
him.
broke his toe for real life when he kicked a helmet in
That's great.
in a scene?
I think I did know that actually. I think I've heard that
Yeah.
fun fact. That's a good fun fact.
That is. It's
He's a phenomenal actor.
if you're deep in the Lord of the Rings community, it's kind of a memed thing that we always like to get new viewers or showing people the new thing, showing people Lord of the Rings for the first time, and
then
just
being like
hitting
pause
them
it
with,
and you're like, hey,
yeah,
yeah. I love there are certain movies like that for me where I pause it every 2 seconds. I'm like,
just want to
here's a
fill
little
them
thing
with
about this.
the knowledge and share your
Spider-Man 2 is like that for me.
Yeah.
I
haven't seen the
Spider-Man 2,
multiverse
that's
one
a movie.
yet.
No, you don't need to. Who cares?
Nah.
Just see Spider-Man. Did you see Spider-Man 2? Dr. Octopus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 is pretty good too. So is Spider-Man 1. All the rest of the Spider-Man movies are butt.
Yeah. Really?
The Spider-Verse is good.
I kind of like the Tom Holland Spider-Man stuff.
Those movies, I liked them when they came out, but like I've never been compelled to go back to any of them.
They don't hold up.
But maybe they do. I don't know. I'm just not compelled. The best thing that came out of those new Spider-Man movies is Zach Cherry in the first one has a one-line role where Spider-Man's up on top of a building. He goes, "Are you that spider guy? Do a flip." And then he does a flip and he goes, "Yeah!" And I think that was really fun. I was really into that for like a while.
At least it has that for you.
Exactly.
That's good.
So there you go. And on that Spider-Man note of this Lord of the Rings episode, we come to the end of our show.
I hope that didn't bore people to just hear us.
I think that episode is going to be an enormous hit with certain people who I know listen to the show. Really, like this would be described as like a comfy episode. Like this is a real, just like lean back, listen to like a nice warm bit of storytelling. You know, you and I have a pretty friendly demeanor with each other. Yeah. It wasn't too intense an episode anything.
Yeah, it would be nice. Just a little drive and right? Oh
yeah,
the Hobbit. The Hobbit. Let me relive that.
Exactly, through the childlike eyes of Wizard.
Yes.
And with the straightforward, gentle storytelling of Zach. We end this show with our gratitude circle. Like I said before, we have about 30 seconds, so I'll do 15 and you do 15.
Okay, go.
I'm grateful for the wind. I'm grateful for clouds. I'm grateful for music. I'm grateful for writers and storytellers, and I'm grateful to you for being on the show. I'm grateful for all that, mystical magic wizard stuff that everyone loves. It's great, even though it's not I'm more of a Dune guy. Yeah, that's what I'm grateful for. What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for storytelling. I'm grateful for oral tradition. I'm grateful for emotions and expressing those with friends and having people in community to share lives and experiences with. And I'm grateful for adventure and journey and lessons to be learned.
Beautiful. I've been Wizard.
And I'm Zach.
Thank you so much for being on the show. And please remember that only love will stop the killing. Over and out.